What's up? We have one of my most amazing muscle mommy clients here is Bethany, and we're going to talk a little bit about like her journey and stuff. She's been absolutely crushing it inside of KTP, like you really have. You've been coming through and like every single week putting in the work, doing absolutely amazing, super coachable, which is awesome. That's what we look for in clients. Honestly, you are that person. Like you follow through and you ask questions, you ask the right questions, and you make moves. You don't make excuses. Like you're after it. So I'm super excited to be able to talk to you today about like your journey so far. Tell us, Bethany, before you hopped on like and joined with us and became a wonderful part of the team, where were you at before? Like, what made you want to get some help to get some weight off?
Oh, well, I was about 40 pounds heavier than I wanted to be. And because of that, I was just really depressed about my weight. I wasn't happy with where I was at. So I was tired of starting over every Monday. And now like, okay, this can
Yeah.
be your weight. You got this. And then and like I talked about before, like living from event to event, like, okay, like my brother-in-law's getting married. Got to lose some weight. Christmas is coming up. Got to lose some weight. And then just gaining it back. Never getting down to where I wanted to be.
Yeah. So you saw like you said, you were living event from event, like something came up on the calendar, you were like, okay, I'm gonna do something.
Yeah.
What was the things that you've tried before that you saw that you lost weight but you never could keep it off? What were some of those things?
I done low fat, Whole30, just not eating, just skip a few days of eating. um, Keto. Yeah. I came to you off of keto, and that's been interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was big change once you showed up and we went through phase one, huh?
Yes. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know if
Cool.
we should be eating all the food groups here. Like, is that really okay?
So with that, like tell us some of those like eureka moments that you've had so far because, coming from keto and then trying all these different things that you've tried before, like you were pretty much convinced that low carb was the way to go. So like tell us these mindset shifts, these eureka light bulb moments that you've had and how much you've enjoyed food and
Yeah.
carbs specifically.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I feel like we talk about it every week. Like, why? How is this working? How can I eat so many carbs and still be like reaching my goals? But, yeah, keto really left me just afraid of carbs because it was like they're the devil, as soon as you eat a carb, you're going to
Mhm.
gain fat. And so that was where I was at when I started with you. And so,
Yeah,
but
how
it's
much
not
how much
true.
you
Oh
eating now?
my gosh, you have me up to like 150 grams of carbs? Maybe
Yeah.
70. You just changed it. I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot. Before I was trying to stay under 30. I mean, I wasn't doing it well. Obviously, I was that fat keto person. I just,
Well, it's like it's a misconception, like, and of course we're not going to get into all the diet modalities and stuff like that, but when people do keto, typically they do it wrong anyway, and they don't do it for the right purposes. For us, is like educated professionals, like we use keto for specific reasons, not we don't use it for fat loss typically,
mm,
which is
mm,
totally countercultural to the diet dogma out there. It's totally like just it's like what? But now you're
nope.
eating, anywhere between 150 to 170 grams of carbs. Like, tell me how much do you love eating those
Yeah, I
carbs?
just,
What's your favorite carb? Tell us your favorite carb.
bread, of course. Yeah, bread, always. Yeah.
Yeah. What
But
do you
even
eat the most of every day?
to be honest, I just eat whatever I want. And then I just keep it in my calories and my macros. And I'm just enjoying life. Like, I can't believe how much I'm able to eat and not worry about food and still like reach my goals. It's wonderful.
Yeah, I love that. Um, let's talk about the goal, okay? Like, so you came in eating just a high fat diet, low carb, kind of not enjoying life at all, and
No,
yo-yo
no.
dieting, losing weight, gaining weight back, all that stuff, and still wanted to drop 40 pounds. How much progress have you seen so far? Because you've only been with us for what, 5 months now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
so
how much progress have you seen in the last 5 months?
I've lost about 27 pounds so far. So that puts me about 13 pounds away from my goal. And
Yeah.
since working with you, I'm not worried about it. Like I know that I'll get there and I'll do it. So that's
Yes.
just a
So it
relief.
sounds like it's given you like peace of mind. Do you feel like in comparison to the things that you've tried before, do you feel like this is a more sustainable and normal approach?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I love about it. Like I can just live life. I'm not doing these separate things outside of my life to try to reach my weight loss goal. It's fitting into my life. So I love that about it.
Yeah. And then let's talk about some of those like compliments that you've been getting too. Because you've sent me a lot, like you've been getting
Oh
tons of
yeah.
compliments. Yeah.
To be
Go
fair,
for it.
I have a really great friend. But yeah, one of my friends like every week I see you, you're getting skinnier, and it's just really good to hear. It's fun to hear.
Yeah. And then also you've been lifting weights and stuff too. Like
Hmm.
I'll kind of pause. I won't interrupt you at all. I want you to tell like us anyone who's watching and stuff like the benefits just from anything else that you've tried and then coming in and working with us and the complete lifestyle shift that's been more normal. Like just kind of share your experience like for anyone watching that needs to hear that's probably doing the same thing that you tried. They've tried Whole30, they've tried keto, they've tried Weight Watchers, they've tried everything under the sun. They've lost weight, then they've gained it all back, then some, and they've just struggle busted like every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of tell them like your experience and where you're at and how you've completely shifted and you feel actually confident in what you're doing now.
Well, right away you started talking about muscle and like how important protein is and stuff like that. And so then that got to like the workout, which it was so nice because I'm like, I've got these 4 kids, I'm homeschooling, I don't have time to go to the gym. Like, can you help me still? And so you're giving me workouts I can do at home. I had a few dumbbells like lying around the house, underneath the bed, like I should probably get those
Hmm.
out now. So I literally, I just started with what I had, and I'm able to work out at home. The kids can all run around, the dog, I don't have to be separate from them. And I'm just able to, and I'm gaining some muscle. It's great. Like I can tell because I started with my 5 pounders and I was really sore. And
Hmm.
now I'm up to my 25s, but so it's fun. So um, yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
love that. And you found some more weights like in your garage or something, didn't you?
I sure did. Yeah. And then, yes. So starting to work out, I'm like, I think I do have some more weights in the garage that I was storing for my brothers. Anyway, so I found those. I sent you a picture. I'm like, I have this
Hmm.
now. Yeah. That's what I really like. I could just tell you what I had, and then you tailored my workout to what I had. So that's really nice. And I love the videos for each workout. So I know what I'm doing because I'm like, to just read it, I'm like, I don't know what any of that means right now. And so um that's been nice to just see how the workout's done and then do it.
Yeah. That's good. And you're doing great too. Like you literally transitioned in the perfect way. You went from just lifting dumbbells and we did a dumbbell only workout for a
Mhm,
while. You went from
mhm,
that to you found some barbells in the garage. You
mhm.
found I think you even found a trap bar. Did you have that in the garage too, a trap bar or a hex bar?
No,
Just
just the
dumbbells?
big, yeah.
I mean
No, just the
barbells.
big
Sorry.
barbell. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, barbells and plates, like, and your
Yeah.
transition to that, and so now we're incorporating a lot of that too, and you're just getting stronger all the way around. Like, tell everybody how maybe your clothes are fitting and how you're feeling confident and stronger, and how you're getting around most days, and like the difference between you, like let's just say you a year ago and you right now.
Oh, well, yeah, totally different. Even just from the last 5 months, I just feel completely different. Yeah. So I've worked down to my size 10s again, which is really fun. And then, I told you I
Where
just
were
went
you at?
shopping. I was a 14, 14.
The 14 down
Yeah.
to a size 10, and you just went
Yeah.
shopping. What? Tell us about that.
Yeah. And so I've gone from extra large shirts to a medium. So,
Sweet.
it's just fun. Yeah.
That's solid. You also have inspired your mom too.
Yes. Yeah. She signed up.
Yeah. So
She
tell
saw
us
the food I was eating. She's like, I can't believe how much you're eating and still losing weight. Like, I need to be part of this.
Yeah, that's awesome because you
So,
come from a long history of kind of chronic dieting and
yeah.
always worried about food and stuff like that. Like, can you talk a little bit about like, and you can go as deep as you want to. You don't have to go super deep if you don't want to. Totally up to you. But can you talk a little bit about like growing up, childhood, and what you struggled with, and like where that led you to, and then ultimately to where you are now?
Yeah, I've always struggled with my weight since I was a teenager. That's really when I started dieting, and then I I just as I just use the scale to measure everything. So that's where I really like, yeah, I just started using that as my only measure of success. So it really helped me with that too, like not focusing so much on the scale or weighing myself as much as I used to. So, I mean, it's a big deal for me. I only weigh myself once a week now, and I was weighing myself like multiple times a day. That's how I'm like, well, Smithy, how do you know what to eat if you're not weighing yourself multiple times a day? So learning to like, that's not, sustainable or healthy. So it's
Yeah,
really,
100. Like if you weigh yourself multiple times a day, you're gonna gain weight all throughout the day.
yeah.
That's mental gymnastics. It will mess you up. It'll mess you up. Literally this morning, I hopped on the scale after using the restroom, and then I drank water and like took some vitamins, and then I forgot what I weighed, and I went and hopped back on the scale, and I was like, wait, I know it wasn't that,
Yeah.
but I drank water. Like it was literally, about 16 ounces of water. Well, guess what? You just added weight to your body that now translated to the scale.
Yeah.
So that but people don't think about that all day long. Like you're eating food, you're drinking water, and you're not just like eating it and then all of a sudden it's running through you. Like that's not the way it works. Like it's digesting all day. And then eventually you have your bowel movements and stuff like that. But the best way to weigh is just like if you're going to weigh daily, like weigh once a day in the morning, like after you have used the restroom, and just weigh at the same time every time you weigh. That's how you get a consistent reading. If you weigh all throughout the day, you're just making things super mentally and emotionally exhausting for yourself.
Yeah. I was an emotional roller coaster and not like, it was just miserable. It was really miserable.
Yeah. Well, cool. Bethany, you were able to do all of this while taking care of how many kids? Four kids?
I got 4 kids. Yeah. 9 and under. Yeah.
Taking care of four kids, nine and under. You also homeschool them.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah, and you cook all their meals. You take care of your husband too,
Yeah.
who is also your IT guy.
Yes, yes, yeah. I know. I know even less because of him. I'm like, oh, he can help me.
Yeah.
He'll figure it out.
So, like for those watching that feel like they can't do it because they have a lot of responsibilities, like tell us for those that are listening, like how much you actually have to do in a day and then just kind of encourage them that they can do it too. Like you don't have to, these things aren't limitations. You just have to find a way to work around it.
Yeah, like I was saying, you met me where I was at, and like I told you how what my life was like, and so like for my steps, I walk around the backyard, and I walk during gymnastics now instead of sitting. We walk to the park, and it's really it's been fun because my daughter's like, that's my favorite thing that we do together is walk to the park. And I'm like, well, I'm really glad that that is a
I
good
love
memory.
that.
Yeah. So, and
Yeah.
then, like I said, my workouts I can do at home. Eating is just great. I just love eating. And it's nice I really got to the point I felt guilty about everything I ate. Everything seemed to just be weight gain. And so I don't feel guilty about my food anymore. I track it all and really enjoy eating with my family and going out to eat and stuff like that.
Yeah. That's awesome. I love how you brought up the gymnastics thing, because I don't understand like what in society is the way that it is. But my daughter used to do gymnastics. She doesn't anymore. But anyway, when she did, I would go and it's like you have this room that all the parents just sit in. That is so boring.
It is so boring.
It's so
Yeah.
boring. I was the only person that never sat. I was just like, I can't sit. I just can't sit here
Yeah. Yeah.
and just like watch kids cry and all that, especially because my daughter's she's when she was doing it, she was 4 years old and 3 and 4, and it's just like they're just let them play. They're basically just having structured fun. Like, let them
Yeah.
have some fun
Yeah.
in a good active way. So yeah, I love that you're finding ways to get movement in. And honestly, it sounds like you just have a no excuse mentality. You just don't have any excuses. You're just like, I'm gonna find and fix and fit whatever I need to into my life to make this happen.
Yeah. Well, also just like, uh, I paid for help. I want to do it, So I don't want to waste my
Yeah.
family's money or waste anybody's time. And so that's it really. And what I was doing before wasn't working. So I'm like, well, you got nothing to lose.
Except for weight.
Yeah, I guess.
I love it. We have a saying like those who pay, they pay attention.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's just been true every single time. Like if you didn't invest in yourself, like if you just went keto again or
Yeah.
something, like you're not investing in anything. You're just going through pain.
Yeah.
Like that's not help. So having like how intricate or how important has it been having the accountability that we give you every single week to you helping reach your goals?
Yeah, it's been everything. I don't want to get on the check-in and be like, oh, I was lazy this week and didn't feel like walking, you know. So it's just really nice to have that extra person keeping you accountable.
Sweet.
I knew I
So
really
you're
needed that.
Yeah, accountability is amazing, and you've been amazing. So right now you grossed weight loss, you grossed at like a 30 pounds, and then right now we're netting, weight loss around 27. That's where we're at right now. So she's been through one fat loss phase, and the way that we do it is not like anybody else. We have a time period that we really stick to, and then we come out of it, we reverse out because there's the most important part of a diet is after the diet. So we don't want to diet people down where you're eating like nothing for a long period of time, because for females it's terrible. It's not good for you, for your hormone production and everything that you've got going on in life, because life is stressful enough and you need food to be able to mitigate that. So you're actually at the top end of the reverse diet. So you're in a good spot. We're actually about to go into another fat loss phase, and that'll be your final one. And then after that, we'll reverse out, and then you graduate, which is amazing. What's your next goal for this next round? Or I guess before we get into that, how did you feel? Because this is because it's totally different from diet culture. How did you feel when I told you, okay, we've lost this weight, now it's time for us to start increasing calories and reversing out? What was
Yeah,
that for you?
I was afraid. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna gain it all back. It's not gonna be good, because that was what I was doing before. I was either losing
Mhm.
or gaining. So it's been really fun to learn how to maintain. And I went up a little bit and freaked out. And you're like, it's just a little water. It's okay.
Yeah.
You're all right. So
Yeah, literally so far you've only gained 2 pounds.
yeah.
It's like that's it. So when you're in a real dieting phase and you're doing things systematically with a strategy like what we do, you have a gross weight loss and then you have a net weight loss. Okay. So the net is after you reverse out. But most people that are dieting and doing this yo-yo roller coaster, all this stuff, they aren't doing anything after they've lost weight. They're just like, oh, cool. I can either the way that society and diet culture teaches is whatever you did to lose the weight, you got to continue doing forever.
Hmm.
That's a crazy place to be. It's either that or people just go back to the normal way of eating really quickly, and then they just start smashing food. And that's where a lot of the weight gain comes from. So like you've just been such a different approach. And so that's where that net weight loss comes from, where you've only gained 2 pounds. And honestly, it's just because you're eating a little bit more food that's going
Hmm.
to retain just a little bit more water weight in your body. You've actually not put on any body fat. Your body fat percentage is low, and your lean muscle tissue percentage is much higher now because you're gaining muscle mass too. So it's really good. What are your goals from this point? Like this next fat loss phase, what's the goal? Where do you want to be at?
Yeah, I want to be down, lose another 13 pounds. And then I
Yeah.
just want to get as strong as possible from there. So
Sweet.
that's my
I love
goal.
that. Love it. So you were, when you first started, you were what? What'd you weigh when you first started? Where are you at now?
I weighed 170 when I first started, which I'm only 4'11", so there's that much room for it to go. Um, And now I'm 143. And then I want to be
Sweet.
130. I want to be 130. Yeah. And
Awesome.
that's the way I was when I got married. And I'm just really excited to get back down to that weight at a different mindset. Because believe it, like at that time, I thought I was big then. But anyway, I was young and dumb.
Yeah, well, you're going to be amazed. Like, if you have photos from back when you got married, you're going to be
Mhm.
amazed at how much better you look this go around because of the lifting weights, the getting stronger, and there's just a different way that you've went about it this time.
Mhm.
You'd be
Mhm.
amazed. You compare the two, you're going to look like tremendously different. Like, you'll be really surprised and happy with yourself.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah. Awesome. Me either, because it's love this. I live for this. This is amazing. So cool. And I also just love your energy. And I know people watching are gonna love watching your energy because it's awesome. Like the way that you're just fun. So it's great. Cool. So for anybody that's like watching, they're on the fence, they don't really know, like they may be thinking about working with us or something.
Mhm.
What would you tell them? They're like on the fence, they're thinking about it, they're teeter-tottering, but they're not sure yet. What would you say to them?
Yeah, I would say do it and do it right away. Don't wait. I waited a long time before I actually like took that first step, and it's the only thing I'm sorry about is that I waited. I should have done it sooner. And I feel like it's just such a short time. You'll feel so much better and really learn about like how to lose weight, and like you've taught me so much in just 5 months, like how to lose weight and how to feel better, and just it's so worth it. So worth it.
Yeah. So best investment of your life, huh?
Yes, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
for
Do you know
sure.
why?
Well, because I think because I just like caring about myself now. I don't know. I put myself on the list of people that matter in our house. I have
Yes.
to do that. No one else could do that for me. I had to put myself there. So that was another thing I've learned. Like I am worth the investment and the time, and the better I feel, the more I'm able to serve my family, which is what I want to do.
100%. That's what I was going to say. Because the best investments are always the investments in yourself.
Yeah. And
Always.
that's hard as a mom with a bunch of kids, and it felt so selfish at first, but it was pretty quick that I realized like, no, it's not being selfish. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I think I told you like it's a good thing to feel like a person. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
the-
And I work with a lot of moms. Like we work with a ton of moms and then even busy entrepreneurs that are female, which is
Mhm.
amazing. I love like, but to me, like if you're a female entrepreneur and you're a mom, you're like literally the same thing. You're working in a different corporation. Like one's a corporation of littles and another one's a corporation of crazy people. So either way, you're busy, and women in general, you guys have this thing in you where you pour out, you pour out, you pour out, and you pour out some more, and then you're like, you think about yourself for a split second, and then somebody else asks for something, or they need you, or they need something from you, and then you just
Mhm.
pour out, and you forget you put yourself on the back burner, and just that's never been helpful because when mama gets better, everybody's better.
Yeah. And I just, I have more energy, I have more patience. I love my life. I love the body God's given me. All those things have changed in just 5 months. So,
Yeah. I love it. Now, the one thing you mentioned to me a couple of weeks ago is like now you actually have a little bit of an aspiration there, potentially to even dive into coaching for yourself, or you want to look into like how to do this, like what I
oh
do, right? Like
yeah, yeah.
tell us a little bit about that.
I just love it. I love learning. I don't know. You just taught me so much. I love learning all about being healthy and how to help people. And yeah.
Sweet. I love that. Like that's what happened to me like years ago. I lost the weight, stuff like that. Then I yo-yo dieted for a while and then, of course, but eventually I figured it out, cracked the code, got certified, and stuff like that. And that's why we help people all over the world now, which is amazing. And so I love seeing that in people like yourself. So when I hear that, I'm like, yes. And also for me, I've prayed and like years ago, and I just have the heart of if anybody is speaking the right language, I'm listening and I'm watching. And so like you know, you do all the right things. Like, you never know what doors God might open. Cause I don't look for like, our team grows and we already have coaches on our team. Like, our team grows, and eventually, like, you might be one of those people that join the team, and that would be amazing.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah. So cool. I love it. Sweet. So for anybody watching, you literally have two choices. Like, one choice is you could go and try to implement things on your own and, you know, do what you've done before, try something you've tried before that maybe had quote unquote worked for you. But honestly, the word result in our definition of it is you lose the weight and you actually keep it off. That's results. Results is not losing weight and you gain it all back. That is a scam. So we don't believe in that. We don't like that. Everybody that works with us, we want them to get the result, and then we want them to keep it off through our 3-phase system. So that's what we do. So you have one of two choices. You can go try to do that on your own again and again and again and stay on that roller coaster. Or the second choice is you can click the link below and book a call with us, and we can hop on that call and we'll discuss like what you've been doing, where you're at right now, what you're struggling with, and then we can go from there and see if we're a good fit. If we're a good fit, great. If not, I'll recommend you out to someone else, or I'll just give you some help on the call. And so it's really no loss to you. It's only gain to you. So if that's you and that sounds anything like what you're interested in, just click the link below. I'll see you on the other side.